welcome to the first of our 4-part series where we bring you all the reaction, all the buzz from the city's busiest event in the business calendar. It's of course the Birmingham Business Excellence Awards. Now in the next 3 shows we're going to be following all the finalists who are vying to win one of the 14 big awards, all concluding with all the winners of a full show at Birmingham's very own ICC. The ceremony is a black tie affair and provides the unique chance for those living and working in the region to see the calibre of businesses calling Birmingham their home. Back to tonight though, and you're joining me as we get up close and personal with the businesses in contention for an award. Here we'll be focusing on 5 of the 14 awards spanning new businesses, retail and hospitality, community-focused organisations, as well as family-run business and top employers. Well, let's kick things off then and meet those finalists all vying to potentially be Family Business of the Year. Now this award category celebrates those businesses with an unprecedented commitment to family values.
We chose the Family Business Award because I've spent most of my working life actually building and developing businesses that are family orientated. Our current group of companies, we work with lots of accountancy businesses that primarily are family businesses themselves. They work for clients who are family businesses. And that sort of passion that comes across and care for their customers is something that I think is very, very unique to family businesses.
I think a family business brings with it a sense of community, and I think the family values that sort of run through a business are important, and I think it makes people feel really part of that team. To succeed these days you have to be open-minded, you have to be flexible, you can't be too rigid. If you get too stuck in your ways and tunnel vision, I think you can miss things and you can miss opportunities, and I think it's really important the way that the world is today and with how things do change so quickly at times that you really have to be open-minded and willing to accept that you may have to change, even if sometimes you don't want to.
I think it's important because a lot of work goes on within the business and you don't really get much chance to sort of sometimes look outside. So when the outside community comes along with such a prestigious event, it's great for the team and the wider audience of the business, and gives us a great feeling of success and just reaffirms what we do. It's great to be recognised, which is a lot of hard work that goes on within all businesses, but obviously when it's your own it's even more special. But of course it's always internal, so to be recognised externally gives us a fantastic feeling. As I say, we communicate very well together and make sure that we're doing the right thing for the business as a whole.
Even though we've grown into quite a large business, we still like to keep that family feeling. Jonathan's door's always open for the staff. We don't have to make an appointment. Everybody knows his name and everybody knows who everybody is. We try to keep it friendly and open, and we have work days and everyone gets together. And we think it's really important that we keep that nice, small feeling even though we are a big company. I think our clients like to feel that they're being dealt with by a real person. If you get real big and very corporate, they feel like they're just a number, whereas everybody knows everybody. And they know where the business has come from and where it's generated from and what our ethos is for the company. And both staff and clients like that, I think.
Next up is sure to be one of the most furiously contested categories as it focuses on one of the most competitive industries in Birmingham. The following businesses will be fighting it out for the title of Retail and Hospitality Business of the Year.
So we wanted to sponsor the retail and hospitality category because we work with businesses within that sector across the region. I'm always impressed by their entrepreneurial nature, how they deliver on the challenges that they face, and we wanted to celebrate some of those businesses across the region.
It's really excellent for the hotel and the team. It's rewarding them for the hard work and all the hours that they put in and pulling together as a hotel team across the board. So to be recognised locally and also hopefully nationally from this is a great opportunity and really good. I think it's adapting to the needs of the guests. And each guest is an individual. So we have various guest stay from leisure guests to corporate guests to conference guests. So it's adapting to the needs of those individual people, and they're not all the same. So it's that awareness, it's listening to what they want and delivering it.
The ICC hosts events of all shapes and sizes, around 400 per year. That can be anything from a small meeting in the executive rooms to a large conference over several days. Awards recognition is really important for a business in my view, because it means that you're looking at what you've achieved, but it also really helps in terms of building your brand reputation, both internally and externally. So for staff, it motivates them and it makes them feel happy to be part of the business. So it's really important in staff engagement. Retail and hospitality businesses contribute a significant amount to the regional economy. In 2018, there was 12.8 billion that it contributed to the West Midlands economy. So it's vital that we continue to be successful. It's also the front line in terms of visitors coming. So we are responsible for making the first impressions and creating lasting impressions as well. So if we want to make this region one that people visit and come back to, we need to be on form and we need to make a great impression for them.
So we have a registered trademark, Your World, Our Art, and what that means is that our art has to find its place in your world and not the other way around. It sums up all that we try to achieve, from the experience we give visitors into our galleries to the content we share online. We want to encourage people to enjoy art regardless of whether they're an established collector or they're someone that likes wandering around an art gallery on a rainy Saturday afternoon, because goodness knows we get enough of those. The art world has traditionally been seen as quite aloof and a little bit smoke and mirrors. So demystifying what we do has been a huge focus for us. Our managing director, Ian Weatherby-Blythe, has been a big advocate for breaking down those perceived barriers in our industry since he opened his first gallery 25 years ago, and that's something he instills in the rest of us. First and foremost, without the next generation of artists coming through, the future of galleries looks a bit bleak. But beyond that, we've seen a decline in both arts, education and funding in recent years, which is a real concern. In my opinion, it's the ability to keep the client or consumer central to your thinking at all times, specifically remembering that honouring the loyalty of an established customer is equally as important as winning that new account or making that first sale.
A business is only as good as its employees, a sentiment the finalists of Employee of the Year will certainly agree with, as they all have fantastic initiatives in place to create a productive and happy working environment.
At Wesleyan, we care about developing our talent and trying to be an employer of choice for our 1,600 people. So the Employer of the Year award was absolutely perfect for us to sponsor this year. We're looking for companies that are helping to develop their people, make their companies a really great place to work, and ultimately deliver better outcomes for their customers, as we try to do here at Wesleyan.
To be a successful employer, you've got to be all inclusive. So inclusive with your people, inclusive with your community, but inclusive also with your customers. So to create a sustainable business means running a business with purpose. So the employees play a major part in that, and how they slot into that and how we look after them as a business. Business performance is directly linked to people. People run the business, they are the business. So you have to get the people performing to their highest performance for the business to perform to its highest performance. So for us, that investment in people, in their training, in their development, but also their welfare is incredibly important. So we're a long-standing business, but we've seen incredible growth in the last few years. Growth in the size of our business, in terms of our clients, in terms of our team, in terms of our infrastructure and our spread as well, particularly on a global stage. So I think we're in a really strong position to win this award.
JAMA, we believe we're doing the right things, which are reflected in our low staff turnover. But it's great to have affirmation regarding what we actually do, and also speak to like-minded businesses to understand what they do, and whether we can make any improvements into what we offer our employees. We've got a lot of team members who've been with us for many years now, and being nominated and hopefully winning the award gives affirmation to those employees that we're doing the right things. A number of things. It's recognising great work, investing in people with internal guidance and external training, and also rewarding success. JAMA is a progressive, forward-thinking company that carries on growing from strength to strength, which in itself creates opportunities. We recognise that it's our people that enables us to grow, and in doing this, they ultimately create their own opportunities.
It's invaluable for businesses to be recognised at events such as these, as it gives recognition for all the hard work that's been put in that sometimes, you know, isn't at the forefront of people's minds. Employee benefits is the forefront of what we do. We live and breathe them daily because of the nature of our business, working in recruitment. So we are really, really fortunate and lucky because we speak to companies all day about what they're doing for their employees. So we are able to bring that back within our own organisation and promote that from within. The wellbeing initiatives at Kate & Co is something that it's a new thing. It's something that we picked up at the beginning part of this year, but it's been received so well by the staff. So we've done an awful lot around mental wellbeing as well as physical. We've had companies in to do lots of different things with our staff, and it has been, you know, it has raised morale. It's given people a greater sense of belonging. It makes them feel good about coming to work.
Well, some truly inspirational stories there and some very worthy winners on the horizon. If only we could all take home a trophy. Now there, of course, is only going to be one winner, and after the break we're going to be revealing degrees to keep an eye out for at the Birmingham Business Excellence Awards. So grab a cuppa and I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back. Before the break, we caught up with those shortlisted for Family Business of the Year, Retail and Hospitality and Employer of the Year. Our next hopefuls are nominated within the Contribution to the Community Award, a category specifically designed for those who've gone above and beyond to introduce initiatives which directly benefit the local Birmingham community.
We wanted to support this award because I think, like VWV, we feel that it's important that businesses give back to their communities, and so this was a great way for us to sort of show our support, I guess, to those businesses and shining a light on what busy professionals can do and how they can put back for others.
I think it's really important that business plays a part in community because they are part of that community, aren't they? So it's about the community knowing what business is all about and supporting local businesses, but equally local businesses supporting community projects that impact on their business. So being part of that network where we can all help each other. It's about time, it's about connecting with people, particularly people who are isolated, so those most vulnerable in our community, like the elderly, like people with additional needs, people who are isolated in their own homes. It's really important that businesses and local organisations can provide an opportunity to reach out to those people. So that might be that, you know, you volunteer some time to tender gardens or create sensory gardens or do shopping programmes or whatever it might be, but get involved with the people that are most vulnerable in our community. And a place like Sense Touch Based Pairs is that sort of bridging opportunity, so organisations and businesses can come in and get to know some of the people that we're supporting, but equally the local community come here to seek that support. And I think it's really important that business does support and reach out to the wider community.
So nominations like this allow us to promote our businesses in front of people that we wouldn't ordinarily be able to get in front of. As an SME, it's always difficult to have a marketing budget to be able to promote ourselves in the capacity that we'd like to. So being recognised in an award such as this has put us on a platform to promote what we do in the community and further afield. We delivered last year 117 languages just in the Birmingham area, and we calculated that we supported 140,000 people in their communication needs, either through a language interpreter, through translation of documentation, or in providing them with materials that help them to communicate. Doing the work that we do, we've got a very unique ability to be able to access hard to reach communities that are sometimes marginalised or quite insular. So we run a series of events around enabling these communities to integrate with local society, and also support them in certain topics. So we've done a lot of work around mental health, done a lot of work around domestic violence, and working and living in the UK when you've come from a different cultural background. how to integrate into UK society, and so we've done a lot of events around that.
We're always looking for opportunities as to where we can give. Being the transport industry, we get a lot of community groups calling us for assistance on their trips, and they're always working to a budget, and that's something that everybody in our office is aware of, that we always tend to look after those groups, knowing what they're doing for the community and how hard it is to work to a budget. We'll always look to accommodate them, and even if that sometimes means that we'll be running a trip free, if we can see that there's gain for the people that are involved, then of course we'd be happy to take part in things like that. I don't think there's any other way of doing things. As a business, I know us specifically, we have to give back. I don't see any other way. We can only succeed by giving back into the community. If we're running a successful business and we don't look to give back, I don't think we would survive, to be honest. We firmly believe the fact that a lot of our success is due to giving back into the community, and it's something we definitely look on continue to do.
Wrapping us up is the New Business of the Year category, with those nominated having only opened their doors in the last 3 years or less. The new kids on the block making their mark in Birmingham and beyond.
We're thrilled to be sponsoring the New Business of the Year category and extending support to the businesses looking for recognition in the local business community. The Birmingham Business Excellence Awards provide an unparalleled platform for any business looking to get their name out there. Crucial for any startup, and that is the main reason we're supporting this event.
I think it's particularly important, especially for small businesses. It's quite hard obviously sometimes to get recognition, so at events such as these and to be obviously to enter into them, it's just a level of a platform level, just to be able to showcase your work and what you do, and then to a wider range of audience that you wouldn't normally reach. So for us, we believe in, instead of recycling, we all don't really know what happens to the plastic if it does get shipped abroad, or how much of it is actually being recycled. So we try and say, instead of just having more plastic, try and reuse what you already have. So it doesn't have to be glass containers. Obviously we do sell glass containers, but if people do have like old takeaway boxes, margarine tubs that they just want to fill with flour when they get here, it's just giving that plastic another breath of life, so it's no longer a single-use packaging. And for us, that's how we can help slow down the plastic pollution, because we're not going to have to create so many more pieces of single-use plastic. So I hope to see a few more clean kilos maybe around Birmingham West Midlands, but I would say zero waste shopping as a whole. If we were able to see that nationwide and it to become the norm, then that'd be really key, because at the moment, to change behavioural habits is quite a difficult thing. So, in 5 years' time, I'd like to think that bringing your own containers is normal and reusing is normal, just as you would with a carrier bag that you bring to the supermarket these days.
I think it's important for recognition for local businesses, because of the hard work that they put in isn't necessarily seen by everyone, and it's nice to get the reassurance that we're doing something right for the local community, and the local community benefits from the work we put into it. The first year of the operation is the most important, because it's you're moving into a local neighbourhood or a local community that doesn't know who you are. So you need to build your first impressions, and they are so vitally important that if someone comes into your store and they don't like the look of you from the start, they probably won't return again for a long time maybe. We offer our customers a bespoke experience within the vape industry, and we also run a members club where we all join up, and we have created a family that our customers, they pay into it every year, and it gains them a full access to our social area, bringing the customers off the street into the store. These are customers that have never met each other before, but they're now bonding with each other, socialising more. They're their personalities are coming out as well because of the environment that we've created.
It feels amazing. It's great recognition for what the company's done. We're only a young company, so to get acknowledged in such a good award is brilliant. It means a lot. We set up to give a great service to our clients and spend more time on each job rather than being overworked and trying to resource multiple jobs. So we opened in April 2017. It was just 2 directors, myself and Sandeep, when we started. We have grown to 9 people now in total. We've moved offices twice to accommodate the increased number of staff, and we're looking to move office again early next year to accommodate the growing team. It's just the acknowledgement that you're going in the right direction, that you're doing the right thing, you're employing the right people and making all the right noises in the industry, and it gives you the confidence to carry on doing that.
Well, there we go, that brings to a close the first instalment of this very special series, celebrating all those vying for the Birmingham Business Excellence Awards trophy. Now, we've met 6 of those finalists, and I'm sure you'll agree all have some very interesting stories to tell, and in episode 4 we'll catch back up with them and see who's done enough to take home that trophy. There's plenty